Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor.
That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely, but they also this game as well.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. That's caught. It's Josh Downs.
23 yards, the final tally.
Downs with a first down pickup there. He's a 3rd-round pick. But to me, he comes with first-round upside and could be a fixture in the Colts lineup if he continues to make plays like that.
Play action. Now Richardson.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Derek Brown forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to big weight.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tariq Carpenter.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Now the 4th-year man, it's Cam Akers.
There he goes, right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Cam Akers, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The Colts hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 4. Now Richardson.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun to about the 26 here.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
2nd down, here's Richardson.
Wide open receiver complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Hey, check that. Street. Ready.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Here we go. 18 rattling. 18, 5 in.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
He's got it. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
70, go.
Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Gay on for the extra point.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. A give up the middle to Akers.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
And now an audible here into something else. On 1st down, Levis.
Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
You look at this Colt defense.
And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
Levis back to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
From the 35, here's second down and 7.
And another timeout taken by the Colts. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Now Levis. That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Levis on third down.
And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Richardson looking to throw this. This pass caught. It's Woods.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Got ready. Check it.
Richardson off the play fake. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Off play action. Richardson.
His throw incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
19 tight.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Tariq Carpenter. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Levis from the gun.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
But they go play action. Here's Levis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Drop 60. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He's going up top for Taylor.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Richardson now on second down.
Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
There, Richardson back to throw it.
Oh, going deep here for Taylor. Touchdown, Colts.
Jonathan Taylor.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Colts have moved out in front.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Here we go.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Levis. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Levis sets up to throw here.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
First and 10, it's Levis. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Levis throwing again on second down. A short one there, caught by Granson.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Levis to throw once more.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Levis throwing for it on 4th. Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
And now they'll shift things around. And Levis going back to the air.
Rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Second and goal from the 1.
Play action now. Levis.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Ethan Carter.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Rams are able to move back in front. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
Warriors 17, Panther 11, Panther 11.
To throw is Richardson. Throwing on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here Richardson yet again.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Ashton Dulin,
His 4th touchdown on the year.
and the Colts will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
A second down throw from Levis. Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Third and 2. Here's Levis.
And that's caught inside the 35.
He may go.
Touchdown, LA.
Kylen Granson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Rams have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives him a 3-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Second down, here's Levis. He'll dump this off to Akers.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. And now they'll audible to something else. Levis.
He finds his man complete. It's Reed. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Levis now on 1st and 10. That's out to the flat for Akers.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
3rd and short. It's Levis.
Flush to his right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
On 3rd down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a 1st down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Off the option, here's Akers.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. Throws left side. Atwell's got it.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Levis back to throw.
And his throw here's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Levis on 3rd down. That's caught by Mingo, right side.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Levis will sneak it.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Will Levis.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Rams have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line and
a short throw pulled in by Wood.
got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was
So third down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Rams are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Levis now on 2nd down.
Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Levis to throw it. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
He'll rifle this one deep right side, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They go play action with Richardson. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back in 60. Ready.
1st and 10. Richardson looks to throw it.
And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, Mustang 19.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Working from the gun. Here's Levis. That's quickly to Atwell on a slant.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis.
And it's caught. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Rams might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. On the option to give to Taylor here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's going up top for Taylor.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Rams are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Levis to throw off play action. Open man is Atwell, complete.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Levis sets up to throw here. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down.
A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Off the option, here's Akers.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Levis out of the gun on 3rd down.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Jaden Reed
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Rams have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Come on.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Off play action, Richardson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Ashton Dulin
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
67 yards on the ground for him now, as he's done that on 15 carries.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They just go up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Rams, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.